There's storms brewing on the horizon, but before that, we've got some live and free high school basketball coming your way tonight from the Cougars Den in Crestview as the Lady Cougars welcome in Firelands Conference foe South Central. Don't go anywhere, though. Pre-game action coming up right here exclusively on the OH Report.
I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to Crestview High School and welcome inside of our pregame show brought to you tonight by Sutton Bank. Hayden Gray, Travis Berardi here from the Cougars Den. We're just a few nights ago. Some crazy action went down on the boys' side. We're looking forward, though, to our first look since the beginning of the season of the Crestview Lady Cougars and about halfway through the season where we saw South Central take on Ontario.
Yeah, if this is anything like that boys' game we had over the week a couple nights ago with Madison and the boys basketball team. Hey, it's been a long day for me, okay? But if we have anything like that, we are in for one good treat. Both these teams fighting for third place in the conference right now, looking to get that positioning in the conference as well as for district seeding that's coming up in about a week and a couple days.
Absolutely. Let's take a look first at the visiting South Central Lady Trojans, what they've been up to here this season. Like you mentioned, tied for third, so looking to take sole possession in the Firelands Conference tonight, led by head coach John Vogel. Their offense just averaging shy of 45. Defense gives up about the same. They've had a tough few last four games. They've split them 2-2, and then remaining, it doesn't get much easier. They have Western Reserve, but you do have some winnable games against St. Paul and Monroeville, Hillsdale in there as well. But then they end the season with the second place team, New London.
Yeah, and they played them tough at home, only a 9-point loss. Mapleton, another team that's around the middle of the pack. They split with them. Plymouth, they're having a down year. But this is a South Central team we've seen at the Wayne Roller Showcase as well that, they can compete because of, one, Grace Lamoreaux, Hayden.
Yeah, let's take a look at her in our player spotlight tonight. Miss Lamoreaux, as you mentioned, been getting it done. You see there, she is first in a couple categories in the Firelands assists and steals as well as points in there in 4 different categories, and now you'll be able to see just what she's been able to do this season. Her presence on the court is very much felt. She's a good shooter from behind the line too, but crafty, as you see on the moving pictures. She's got an assist right there, so she's going to be someone who needs to move the ball well tonight for the Trojans.
Yeah, Hayden, she's one of the better players in the district in Division 4. I know you have the likes of Shelby Grover, the girls at Buckeye Central, like that, but Ripple at Mansfield Christian, but she is a very good player for South Central.
Switching sides, taking a look at the Crestview Lady Cougars spotlight. Head coach Amy Bays has them at 6-10, 5-4, tied for third. Offense, not exactly their strong suit, averaging just shy of 32 points a game and giving up 44 on the defensive side. Their last 4 games, a win over Plymouth, but losses to Western Reserve and Madison. But taking down rival St. Paul, that was a big one for them by 2.
Yeah, that was they got the sweep with St. Paul from earlier this year, but this is a team, they lost a lot of their offense due to graduation, a team that made it to the district semifinal last year before getting upset by Upper Sandusky, trying to still, get their footing on the offensive side, but they do have a couple pieces back from that team that you will talk about here in the player spotlight.
Yeah, a girl that's been a leader on the team so far all season, Emma Aumend, getting things done. Another girl leading in several categories, as you see on the screen, throughout the Firelands Conference. And she brings back a ton of experience, as you mentioned, on a really young team. We're going to flash back to some highlights of her last year in that thrilling game against Loudonville. She holds 2 of the top 10 performances in the league so far this year with 23 and 20. Those the first and third highest scoring games by any Firelands Conference girl this season. So Emma, a key piece to this team.
Yeah, and she needs to get going tonight to open up everything else. They get that offense going, get double team. That's when, you can get some of those role players around her to score.
Take a look at our keys to victory now for the Crestview Lady Cougars. All in, all night. That's going to be a big one for them. They've had some close games that came down to the wire and were able to put together a strong fourth quarter. So they need to do that all 4 quarters tonight and then claw down those rebounds. Coach Amy Bays at the beginning of the season set that as a high benchmark for them.
Yeah, and the team with the most effort tonight, I think, is going to win. These are 2 evenly matched squads, 2 teams with really good players on both sides as well that lead the way. So it's really going to come down to that effort and the effort inside the paint.
We'll switch gears and take a look at the keys to victory for South Central tonight. First, they're going to need to do fourth quarter finishers, another team. They have had a couple close games over the past month where they've stringed together some big runs in the fourth quarter via their offense and then spread the floor as we saw those moving pictures. Grace Lamoreaux, not the only girl that can get it done. Kendall Beverly, another excellent scorer for them, along with Angela Williams.
Yeah, fourth quarter finishers, they've been through this before. Let's see if they can finally, if they are in a close one tonight, get through and finish it, because that only helps you when it comes tournament time. And like you said, spread the floor. If you can get a couple players that score, they're not going to get double teamed, then you can spread it even better.
All right, we'll take a pause now from our pregame to honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. All right, now we're going to take a look at your starting lineup tonight for the Crestview Lady Cougars. Again, head coach Amy Bays, and on the floor for them tonight, Georgia McFarland, Elise Belcher, Emma Aumend, Lily Klein, and Mia Humrickhauser. I should have asked her when I saw her down there, the correct pronunciation, but those are your starters tonight on the floor for Crestview. The starters tonight for South Central, Kendall Beverly, Angela Williams, Hannah Ayers, Grace Lamoreaux, and Carly McAvoy. an exciting and athletic group that's going to be on the floor for both teams. Definitely excited to see how these two play out. Not exactly the records they would like to have at this point in the year, but a chance for third place to be taken by either of these squads tonight.
Yeah, probably not going to compete now for the conference championship, but still, third place up for grabs. Finishing in the top 3 in a conference anywhere is a pretty good accomplishment. So also, you got to play out. You have the next week in a few days to get your district seating a little bit better in that Division III Shelby district for Crestview, and then the D4 Willard district for South Central. So that's the main focus here. Continue to get wins, continue to get better as you move on to the tournament time, and try and make your seed better so you have a chance of possibly making a district.
And I mean, these are both a couple of young teams out on the court. Obviously, we know the youth with Crestview. Emma Aumend, the only senior starter, only senior on the squad this year. And then for South Central, Hannah Ayers and Carly McAvoy, the only 2 senior starters. So exciting to see 2 programs that, probably going to look fairly similar next year as far as their rosters. But we'd like to welcome you all inside if you're just joining us to Crestview High School. First quarter just about to tip off. But that was it for our Sutton Bank pregame. So thank you to Sutton Bank for sponsoring that.
Shout out.
Give a little shout out there. And we're going to tip things off. South Central nearly brought it down, but Crestview will be on the offensive end first. McFarland brings it up the court.
Lady Trojans in a zone.
Aumend gets called for the double dribble. It'll be the first turnover of the evening for the Crestview Lady Cougars, who the past few years they are the winners of the last 3 Firelands Conference championships. So tonight, a chance to try and remind people that they're still here, still around to play. Like you mentioned, probably won't take home the trophy unless something imploded this year in the standings, but still a tough out. First shot from McAvoy, too strong. Rebound to McFarland, who's off and running.
Yeah, we'll see Crestview run the ball out if they can get buckets in transition, because you're seeing South Central, they're going to sit back in that zone and make you shoot from beyond the arc.
Angela Williams put a nice pass in front of Beverly, who converts on the runner. First point scored of the night.
And as I say, transition speed for Crestview. South Central gives it right back to get the first bucket.
Nice inside look from Aumend. And Lily Klein knocks down the bucket, tied at 2 apiece.
Yeah, she got behind the defense. They didn't see her. She had plenty of time to put that through.
Full court pressure applied by Klein, who just scored that last bucket. Williams now working the right side. Aumend locks her down, though, forces her to pick up the dribble.
You see the Lady Cougars going man-to-man here.
And one opportunity for Kendall Beverly. She'll be headed to the line for the first free throw of the night. Take a look one more time on our Scout Construction instant replay. Great control from Beverly.
Yeah, and she went through the contact, got the shot up off the glass, and completes the 3-point play.
First free throw's good. 5-2 South Central out to a 3-point lead here early in the first quarter. Aumend gives it to McFarland, who fires away from the corner. Offensive rebound, but a nice block from Williams.
Yeah, just able to get a fingertip on that. She didn't get the box out, but she made up for it.
Fumble the ball around. South Central will corral it. Hoist up a mid-range. It had too much power behind it.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little overexcited if you're that open and turns into an air ball.
And McFarland puts a little bit too much under that runner. We're heading the other direction. Williams has some space, puts up a tough layup, foul on the action.
Yeah, use the Euro step to get through the defense, draws the foul, and she'll get free throws.
So it'll be the first foul going against Elise Belcher. Correction, they actually called that one on Mia. First free throw, it's knocked down. First substitution of the night. Second free throw on the way from Williams. Too much, bounces off the back of the rim. McFarland already at midcourt, but will slow it down.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Hummerchauser. 2 fouls quick, she's going to have to take a seat.
Fight for the rebound. I'll say jump ball possession arrow favors the Lady Trojans.
The Trojans do have the height advantage inside the paint as well, and able to take advantage of it that time to get the turnover.
Yeah, they line up similarly to when they played Ontario back at the Wayne Roller. They definitely had that advantage inside. Contact layup, second and one for Kendall Beverly here in the first quarter.
You're seeing South Central taking it to the hole early and often, and it's paid off twice, 2 hoop in the harms.
Beverly
hoop in the
another.
harm, hoops in the harm. I don't know how you say that.
Tongue twisters getting me all tied up. But Beverly knocks down the free throw. 6 early points for her. As Crestview has gone a few minutes here, a little bit scoreless, looking to break the drought. But that pass inside, stripped away. Williams looking to run the court coast to coast, too strong.
And I think they're going to get her with the push in the back on the rebound. But as you were saying in the pregame with the keys, you know, spread the floor for South Central. Don't let just Lamoreaux control the game. And Beverly, she's picked it up as well, and there's that balance that we were talking about.
It's a strong team that can go to multiple girls to try and get some shots. Foul's called inside. That one's going on Williams. It'll be her first, team second. So the Lady Cougars still trying to find their offensive groove.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a drought. Haven't scored since the first buckets of the game. It's a good 3-minute drought.
Lamoreaux bothered by Aumend and McFarland, nearly a turnover. And Aumend does force it from Williams. Takes it up the left side, but can't tell if Williams got a piece of that or Aumend just had a tough time adjusting.
Yeah, I think Aumend was trying to draw the foul there. Didn't get the contact, and it threw her off. She just has to try and continue to take it strong, take it off the glass, instead of creating the contact.
Williams brings the ball up the floor now, and again, the positioning on the court, you can see that movement really helping the Lady Trojans out. Beverly will pull one herself. No good. Rebound kept alive and inside by Belcher.
Crestview trying to push it out, but a little miscommunication there as McFarland wasn't seeing that pass coming, goes right by her and out of bounds.
I think McFarland may have been trying to get to that corner, look for a triple that she'd like, but as you mentioned, just came a little bit too early.
Yeah, it's the 5th Crestview turnover, Hayden. It's just caused them problems thus far. South Central, only 1.
Looking inside for McAvoy, but nice job from Lily Klein. She's really been defending the paint nicely for Crestview early on. Passing still a bit of an issue, so McFarland will fire away a triple, no good. Offensive rebound. Second shot wasn't good, so Beverly looking for her third and one, but too strong. Refs let them play through the contact. Coach Amy Bays will take first timeout here with 3:23 remaining in the first quarter. Aumend really trying to pick up that charge there. I mean, in my opinion, sold it pretty good.
I think I like the no call there, Hayden, because there was contact on both ends. She was set. There wasn't an out-of-control run through her, so I like that non-call on that type of play.
Well, we welcome you inside the Cougars Den tonight. If you're just joining us, Hayden Gray, Travis Berardi with you here just a bit past 6 o'clock.
Although with the weather outside, it feels like 9 o'clock.
It does. Severe thunderstorm watch or warning, I believe, you know, in place for most of the area tonight, so hope everyone stays safe out there, keeps an eye on that weather.
Just stay home. Watch the game on the OH Report. It's what we're here for.
So
always love coming to the Cougars Den.
Play resumes. Inside look now, but McAvoy has that paint locked down.
Yeah, you'd like to see a kick out maybe for a 3 there instead of forcing that.
Yeah, I'm sure during that timeout, Coach Bays was trying to, possibly make some adjustments based off what they've been seeing. Turnover now forced by Belcher. McFarland kicks it to Aumend. Had an inside look, but comes up a bit short.
They got the look in transition, just got a little too far underneath the hoop.
And Beverly takes it right around Belcher. Picks up her 8th point here of the first quarter. She's got 8 of the Lady Trojans' 11.
Yeah, South Central taking advantage of this cold start by the Lady Cougars.
McFarland has plenty of space for that 3, but just wide left. We heading to South Central, so struggles continue.
She tried to take a WNBA 3 there.
That was definitely from range. South Central just doing whatever they want as of the current moment. McFarland on Lamoreaux. Williams being locked down. That'll be a turnover. So defense holding strong for the Cougars that possession.
That was a great job by Aumend. She did not let Williams get past her shoulder. If you keep the offensive player in front of you, no matter if you're going left or right, that continues the 5-second call. And Emma, great job there.
And a good pass from her, too. Shot was no good. I think the thing I love the most about Aumend's game, and I mean this in the most positive way, she's an absolute pest on the basketball court. You can tell
Absolutely.
On the soccer field as well. One of those that just gives full effort, all go, all the time.
Yeah, and her teammates, get that off of her. They see her going 110%. It makes them go the same. I think she went a little bit 150% on that and rushed it a little bit.
Double dribble by Beverly. That time he was looking for point number 10. So the Trojans' 9-0 run still remains. Just over a minute left in the first quarter.
If you're Crestview, yeah, you're off to a bad start, but if you can get a bucket or 2 here to end the quarter, it's just going to make you feel good going into that little 1-minute break between stanzas.
Klein driving along the baseline. She's fouled by Callie Ingram. Just checked into the ball game for the Lady Trojans. Took a look one more time at the contact on our Scout Construction replay. Crestview's got to get the ball in. They will. But closely guarded Williams forced the turnover. Can't hold on to it. And after the wild roll around, Crestview right back in transition.
Nice pass.
Beautiful pass there. Kidney finishes it off. So the run ends. Crestview back on the board, 7-point deficit.
Yeah, they desperately needed something like that to happen, and it came off of a turnover. That's what you've seen from Crestview the last few years. Points off of turnovers, and it helped them there. Now they need to stop.
Yeah, another stop and a bucket would be a big momentum boost. Get it back to a 5-point game heading to the second. South Central trying to get a look. Beverly has one inside off the right hand. No good, but the putback is cashed in.
And again, using their height advantage there. Getting a position, not pushing into the back of the defender, and getting the hoop.
Yeah, it's just been on full display. I think South Central probably has some of the most length and height of most teams in the area. Lady Cougars will have a chance now still. Just under 20 seconds left in the first. Try and hold on to that rock for the last shot if they elect to. But it's going to be stripped away. Kind of a lofty pass from McFarland.
Yeah, she telegraphed that.
But lockdown defense, so Williams will have 5 seconds. Right side's open, and so
nice
is the
take.
bucket.
Nobody's going to guard you. Just take it to the hole, and that's what she did to get momentum back.
So that'll wrap up the first quarter of action. South Central jumps out to a 15-4 lead. Don't go anywhere, though. Second quarter action coming your way live and free right here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back inside the Cougars' den, where South Central out to an early 15-4 lead. Hayden Gray, Travis Berardi with you. And Travis, that's a big quarter for South Central, who's looking for their first win over Crestview since coming back all the way in 2017 on December 22nd.
Yeah, before Christmas 2017, that was only my second year in North Central Ohio. That's been a long time. You know, I got to say before we get back to action, well, there's a steal. I'll let you take it. I'll finish my thought here in a minute.
South Central on the run, tried to get it to Beverly, but turned back over.
This is the first time that you and I are working where I'm on the camera and color commentating tonight, so I'm kind of excited for this one between us. You're doing a good job so far.
Thank you.
In the position that I usually do in our duel.
Yeah, it's been the first time we kind of said it, getting the band back together tonight.
Yeah, Adam Thompson always doing great on the ones and twos on the computer. Like the good old days.
Absolutely, kind of the original crew from when I first started here at the OH Report. That shot falls short. But like we were taking a look at, Crestview, the victor of the last 10 meetings between these two. But it might be time for a shift in this rivalry. So Lindy Trojans up by 11. Beverly locked down. Yeah, long way to go. 3 more quarters of action. And a full timeout will be taken by South Central. If you're tuning in tonight, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on in this matchup, or what you're doing with your Thursday evening.
Shout-outs. Give this shout-out.
Our only live stream on the OH Report tonight. It's been an action-packed week, and we'll have an action-packed night tomorrow and the rest of the week as well. 13 total live streams this week that you can catch.
And you saw that we had the bottom line going a little bit, scores from our earlier live streams and what we have coming up. We're in the K-Mac the rest of the way after tonight, Hayden.
That's right.
Big games as well. And there's the schedule.
And take a look. Here we are tonight. South Central and Crestview. On Saturday, you can catch Danville at Fredericktown and Northmore at Cardington. Travis and I will be down at that one. So 2 more ladies live streams coming up for you.
That's a big
week.
One, too, in the K-Mac.
2 great matchups. Turnover forced by the Lady Cougars. Pressure right along the bench. So seeing that Cougar claw come out.
And that's what they need to do to get back into this game. They need to get those points off of turnovers. They've done it once. They're going to need to do it a lot more, though. Down 11.
Williams gave Belcher a little bit of space there in the corner, kind of daring Crestview to shoot. So far, McFarland confident to pull it from behind 3. Belcher did take the shot, just rimmed out, but last touch by South Central.
Yeah, it was a very good look by her. Went all but down. You saw it ringed off of both sides of the rim.
And that bucket was all but in. Quick shot put up from the elbow. Offensive rebound. But again, short shots just continue to fall, either too strong or too short right now for the Cougars.
Continues to be a lid right on the hoop for the Lady Cougars.
Defense making it hard for Williams in the game to get the ball across the court, but they will. And they're absolutely frazzled right now. It's Crestview defense all over the place. And you got to have that. If you're going to struggle offensively, you can't let the opposition put up any points either.
And absolutely, while the refs are not calling those little ticky-tack, slaps at the ball or anything like that, you continue to do it. That controls the pace on how the referees are calling a game, and they're letting Crestview, try and get their hands in there to strip the ball out. So they need to continue to do that and get some steals.
And a big opportunity now. McAvoy will take her first break of the night for South Central. So still a bit of a disadvantage, but not as much size out there now for South Central. Foul called on the shot. 2 free throws coming for Kendall Beverly.
And this is also where South Central's been, making their offense 3 of 4 thus far from the charity stripe tonight.
Foul was called on Tori Kidney, her first. Beverly knocks down the free throw. 9 points in this ball game for her. Second shot's up and on the way. Just rolls out to the right side. South Central still playing their zone defense, making things difficult for Crestview. And the passing lane cut off.
It's a good idea, but it needs to be a little bit crisper, a little bit more faster on those passes.
10th turnover for the Lady Cougars tonight. Foul will go on Aumend.
And as I say that about, trying to get your hands in there, she used her body as well. And that's what got the foul call.
16 foul on the Cougars. Just the first on Emma, though. So that double pressure comes right when they cross just about the midcourt line. But so far, passes like that have helped out the Trojans. Williams' shot is short.
Yeah, another good look. This time South Central unable to take advantage. Seems like any time they've gotten an open look here in the first quarter and a half, it's been going down.
Great pass from Kidney. Went inside to Belcher. Foul called.
Yeah, it was one of those cases where she's just trying to get over to guard the shooter. Went a little too hard and right into her.
Second foul on Ingram. 15 foul on the Trojans. Right back inside goes Belcher. Can't get the bank to fall. After collisions down in the paint for the loose ball, it'll be staying with Crestview.
Hate to be a broken record, but it's just
yeah,
they just can't get anything to fall right now.
They won't. They're getting the looks inside. But as you mentioned, whether it's been bank shots, just rolling off the rim, nothing falling. Williams will take a break now for South Central. Hannah Ayers will come in.
Finally.
Mackenzie Spoer, the freshman, gets Crestview's first bucket of the second quarter, nearly halfway through quarter number 2.
And despite the cold start, they're only down 10 right now. A lot of time left here in the game as well.
Beverly puts up the shot mid-run. No good. Foul was called on South Central, so Crestview will take possession.
Yeah, they had a couple offensive rebounds on that possession, just couldn't get it to go, though. Bit of a frustration foul afterwards. You're talking about Banks earlier. Did you happen to see what happened in the game I was covering last night, Northmore East Knox?
I know you mentioned Natalie Smith, right?
Yeah. Sydney Opfer with the bank 3 to force overtime as East Knox upsets Northmore.
That pass went straight to Lamoreaux, who puts it in for 2. But yeah, I was able to see that you probably had a couple intense games last night. Lydia Hess for Cardington hit a 3 with under 20 to defeat Danville.
Well.
Yeah, wild night in the K-Mac. Turnover from the Cougars there. They're 12th of the evening. Take a look at that last bucket. Sorry, Trav.
No, you're fine. The funny thing is Cardington, they have a 2-game lead. However, they play Mount Gilead and Northmore here coming up. So if Northmore and Mount Gilead both beat Cardington, we're going to have a 3-way split for the conference championship. And I just kind of slouched down. The power's flickering here at the Cougars' den. But the power's on offensively for the Lady Cougars.
Great transition bucket there for them. Still just down by 10, so despite how lopsided things may feel, just down 10 because the Cougar defense holding their own against this Trojan offense. And they're not giving up any open looks now. Great defense in the paint.
Chance for them to make a run here. They're finally getting the offense going. And the defense has picked it up a little bit.
It's a fairly close contest when these two teams met earlier this year, and now it's even closer as Mackenzie Spoer knocks down the shot.
So here come the Lady Cougars, only down 8 now.
Crestview was victorious in the first meeting between these two this season.
It's double dribble.
8th turnover now for South Central. And substitutions coming back in. Hannah Ayers and McAvoy back in there, along with Williams, Bailey Swander, and Beverly. 2:35 left here in the first half.
If you're Coach Bays, you want to get this to within 2 possessions. So another bucket here would be really good for them as they head into the half.
Good pass inside, but McAvoy has the paint on full lockdown, strips it away. Back out and running. Williams picks up her dribble, but able to get it over to Beverly. And she just looks to attack each and every time she gets it around the outside. That time driving along the left.
Yeah, if you're going to get that open lane, you might as well continue to go because you're drawing the foul, you're getting other players into foul trouble, and you're getting to the line.
First free throw is knocked down. That foul was on Paige Rogers, her first of the evening, team 7th.
And it also stops a little bit of that Crestview momentum.
Elise Belcher will check back in for Crestview. And Grace Lamoreaux back in for South Central. So the Lady Trojans have their starting lineup back out on the floor together. As Williams, displaying that length, gets a hand on it, but stripped away from behind by Georgia McFarland. Good hustle by her getting back.
Yeah, they telegraphed again those passes, and it nearly turned into points, but McFarland, great hustle to get back and deflect that out. Don't matter, though.
What a find inside. Lamoreaux converts via Kendall's pass. Back up to a 12-point game.
Yeah, just when you thought Crestview was going to go on a run, South Central answers with a 4-0 run.
Aumend, who's been kept pretty quiet offensively tonight, swings it over to Spoer, who's had quite the quarter. The freshman guard keeping Crestview alive from the field here in the second quarter.
Queen of the mid-range thus far here in quarter number 2. A couple nice shots. Quick release buckets as well.
Lamoreaux's pass to Beverly, kind of risky.
It's a travel.
And the defense has just been swarming for Crestview. You take a look one more time at the Scout Construction replay. Nice job avoiding the contact.
Yeah, good job by Georgia McFarland to get over there quick enough. Right as she spun back around, it kind of caught her off guard. She travels, and Crestview again with a chance to get this back down to single digits as we approach the 1-minute mark.
McFarland will take a seat and get some rest. Lily Klein back in for Crestview. Trying to work it inside, but McAvoy displays that height again, forces the jump ball. South Central will take over.
If you're going to go at a tall player like that, you need to go off to a side and try and draw the foul. You go straight at her, she's just going to get a hand up and get the block or the jump ball like we just saw.
Beverly puts up the floater from about the free throw line, gets it to fall. Approaching 30 seconds left to play in quarter number 2. 12-point South Central lead. But Spoer is on fire here in the second quarter. Couldn't pass that look up. 24-14.
That's what, 6 points for her in this quarter, right? Keeping Crestview around, and another turnover.
So Crestview getting that momentum back here. Perfect way to head into the locker room if they can try and go down, maybe get another bucket.
Yeah, you want to get this to single digits.
Aumend wants to take it herself, draws the foul inside. Believe that one will be called on Lamoreaux. And it will. That'll be her first foul of the evening.
Who else would you want to take the ball with time running out in a quarter but Emma Aumend? She did exactly what I said you need to do in the last possession. Take it to the side of the defender and draw the foul.
Gets the friendly bounce off the rim. First free throw good. There still will be some time left on the clock for South Central. Second free throw not down, though, so back to an 8-point game. Trojans trying to move it up the court. Look inside for McAvoy. Pass is taken away. Aumend will have to heave one. Gets the shot up, and it'll fall just short. And that will wrap up the first half. Crestview fighting back, down 8 headed into halftime. Don't go anywhere. Halftime stats, analysis, and much more coming your way on the other side of this commercial break. Live and free right here on the OH Report.
Playoff time, baby. Games, snacks, drinks. I mean, what else can you ask for, bro? Really?
Hey, pass me a Pepsi.
I mean, can you drink any louder?
That's how I drink.
Loud like
I
that?
drink loud. I like to enjoy it.
Toss me some Lays.
Did you eat any louder?
It's normal to eat loud. Drinking loud makes no sense. Hayden, Eli, road trip to the Super Bowl. Hard pass. Playoffs are on. You're paying for that door, by the way. I got a bus. The bus has got a bus. Let's go.
Can we go see the bus?
What up, Eli?
Major Cruz, I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too, man. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
We're not going. I'm going to get more chips and drinks. Do not leave this room. I got you. I got you.
Whoa. Super Bowl, here we go.
Are you kidding me?
Technically, I didn't leave the room.
I'm calling Mom after I finish these chips.
How much longer? You drive weird.
Bus, are we there yet?
No.
Hey, Bus, we gotta pull over for some more chips and drinks.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
Bradshaw?
Hey guys, got room for one more? Got Doritos? Got Mountain Dew.
What, do we really want to bring him? It might start to feel crowded. I mean, maybe if we had a little,
Oh, please don't.
you know,
Don't say it.
salsa.
I love me some salsa.
All right, I got an idea. We got one seat left, and it's special just for you.
Let's do it. This is like a convertible, except a whole lot better.
Good for you, you're happy and healthy, not me, if you ever cared to ask. Good for you, you're doing great, I know without me, baby, God, I wish that I could do that.
I lost my mind like Sutton Bank, crying on the floor.
It does kind of open things up a little bit.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to halftime here at Crestview High School, where South Central leads 24-16. But we want to take a moment to thank the sponsors bringing you the action live and free tonight. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa and Scout Construction. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more information at 419-989-7240. And finally, Frito Lay. We are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Again, South Central up 24-16. Don't go anywhere. More halftime analysis coming your way on the other side of this break.
But enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Welcome back to halftime here at Crestview High School inside of the Cougars Den and our OH Report halftime show. Hayden Gray, Travis Berardi here with you tonight as South Central has an 8-point lead here at the break. Great Firelands Conference matchup going down tonight. The only live stream here on the OH Report, and Crestview they had a little bit of surge there at the end of the second half. What do you expect to see out of this team or both sides in the second?
Well, Hayden, Crestview had a really, really cold start from the field to start. However, their defense has really kept them in it, especially in that second quarter, as well as Spore's shooting, getting those 3 mid-range jumpers in the second to really keep them within striking distance at this moment. But South Central really took advantage of that cold start, got out to their big lead, double digits, had it up to, I think, 12 a couple times. But Crestview, this is a team that they've won the conference 3 straight years in a row. They know how to fight back, and they're starting to, but they still have some work to do.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the numbers, your halftime stats, find out exactly how we've gotten where we're at. We'll start with Crestview. We're able to get 7 field goals down, 0 3-pointers for either side so far here tonight. Pretty close rebounding battle, 14-11 in favor of the Lady Trojans. 7 fouls apiece. Perfect 100% from the line, though. The one trip they did take for Crestview, and 6 of 8. Not a bad free throw performance as well from South Central.
I don't think South Central took a 3 attempt, did they? Maybe 1, but it's just because they've been able to establish that game, getting to the hoop, drawing fouls. They're 6 of 8 from the line. That's one of the big differences in this game right now, is their ability to control the paint. Now for Crestview, like I said, they forced most of those turnovers were in the second quarter that they forced from South Central, while they kept the turnovers down in the second quarter, and that allowed them to go on a bit of a run and cut this to single digits as we start the second half.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the Firelands Conference really has been controlled by Crestview, obviously the past few seasons. And if you combine these two teams, they really have had a big say. But for Crestview, though, it's been the last 3 seasons they've been able to own the Firelands Conference. And South Central then as well. You got to go back a little bit for their last championship, but 2014, 2015, the last season that South Central able to take home the conference title.
The last time, something you probably want to see Crestview do is probably attempt a couple more of those threes, extend that defense from South Central out. That'll open up the paint a little bit more for Crestview, as they will get the ball to start half number 2. So take it away, Hayden.
Quarter number 3, as you mentioned, getting kicked off now. Crestview will possess the ball first. We'll see if this side of the court is a little bit more loving from the field. Right off the rip. Finally. I felt so bad last night. Danville was perfect from the free throw line to the fourth quarter, where I did indeed jinx them. So glad that time Lily Klein could prove me wrong, knock down the jumper.
Well, I think it's a good thing that I'll be the one going back to Danville for the next live stream of the boys game against Northmore.
Quick bucket, right back the other way. McFarland. And a completely different team. Timeout taken by South Central. They want a full one. Take one more look. Great pass from from Aumend to McFarland.
And that's something we talked about before. Their ability to get out in transition, get that speed, keep South Central from establishing themselves in the paint, and that's exactly what they were able to do after the nice mid-range jumper, again, by Spoer to start things off in the quarter. Then they get that transition off the stop, and it's back to a 4-point game, and just like that, we're back into it.
So Crestview, 4 straight points to open up the second half. Got this one back to just a 4-point ball game, just over 30 seconds into the third quarter. And, the play of Emma Aumend has just been excellent. It doesn't always have to be scoring for her. She does average just shy of 9 points per game, but,
doing a shimmy.
What she's able to do defensively as well. So many valuable assets out here on the court for Crestview, and she definitely near the top of that list. So Crestview looking to keep this alive. South Central looks for their first few buckets of the second half, but it'll be a turnover. Beverly.
And that's Emma. All she had to do was stand in between the two players.
Just her
and
presence.
It threw her off. Yeah, just the presence. South Central all out of sorts here in the first 40 seconds of the second half.
Well, Williams there, just, it was a decision between whether I'm going to keep it or pass it, and sometimes just getting thrown off. McAvoy able to get the rebound, but none other than Aumend, and her speed gets it. Williams will tip it out.
Now, here's an example, once again, people calling over the back. There is no such thing as an over the back call. It's if you get the body into the back, or if you're in the front as well. You're allowed to go over the back if you don't make contact.
And if anyone's like, what? I don't believe you. I only just learned that a few years back as well. So something that is commonly a misunderstanding.
Yeah, there is actually no over the back foul. It's just a push.
Beverly feeds it into McAvoy, who is harassed quickly by 3 Cougars and turns it over. Got this crowd here fired up, liking what they're seeing. Totally different attitude from the Cougars here in quarter number 3. Aumend looking to take it inside. Moving the ball around. McFarland will reset at the top.
Crestview now able to finally get into their offense. They're not playing from way behind now. They're only down 4, so they can do what they probably wanted to all game long so far, is just get an offense going, trying to get the open look, but that's going to be an offensive foul.
That one's going against Elise Belcher on the screen.
Yeah, she kind of put her body into it. She didn't get established, and that'll be called every time.
Her second foul, first team foul of the second half. Nearly a turnover. Beverly able to keep hold. Tried to get it to Lamoreaux, taken away. And a foul drawn by Hummerkhauser. Did I do it right, Trav?
Yes, I think so. At least that's how I said it the first time way back, and nobody yelled at me. So
I'm going to say it all. Yeah, I'm going to say it all night. Hopefully, if anyone's out there,
blame me
from Crestview watching, you confirm that.
K-Mac Trav don't know what he's talking about up here in Crestview country. If I'm wrong.
Short on the first free throw. One more coming her way.
Or I should say in the land of G-Man and Storm, wherever they may be.
Second one's not down, so just a 3-point game. South Central had this in double digits at one point. And Aumend strips it away. She's not settling for any jump balls. Too strong on the pass, though, from McFarland.
This has been the closest this game's been since 4-2 South Central early on in the first.
Turnover count is high. Now South Central has surpassed Crestview. 17 for the Lady Trojans, 16 for Crestview. And it's been an energetic, low-scoring affair.
I like that. I like how you said that, Hayden, because it has been. The turnovers, because they're going a little too far, but great jumper from the baseline.
And Ayer is able to knock that down. 5'10" senior. And the pass inside, stolen away.
And a frustration foul 80 feet away from the hoop.
A little bit of calmness there, because we haven't had many moments where there's been a pause. Only the one timeout taken back at the beginning of the quarter by South Central. Nice Euro step from Williams.
That was great by her. Took that big jump step, had herself squared to the bucket, kind of like a layup.
Nice job of navigating the paint, and a great pass from Aumend inside to Belcher. Trading buckets now back and forth. Again, it should be noted, too, neither team with a triple tonight. A couple from the old-fashioned way from Kendall Beverly, but no three-pointers needed tonight in this battle.
Oh, great spin by Aumend. Woo!
Crazy transition there. McFarland able to beat the pressure, get the layup up one more time.
9 times out of 10, Hayden, if I try that spin move, I am on my tooks.
Yeah, that's tough.
That is just the balance she had to not only get the spin, but get out of one defender, pass the second, and then still have the ease of mind to throw a perfect bounce pass for the lay-in.
Yeah, my pass, if I even could pull off the spin, probably would have been in the bleachers. So great highlight from the Cougars. Williams puts up a tough shot just inside the three-point line, but I think she may have jumped. We'll wait to see what they award, and they will call it a long two.
Really needed that bucket.
That was a tough shot.
Complete 180 from the first half offensively. Really haven't been able to get anything going.
Jumper a bit low from McFarland. And she'll commit the foul. Williams picks up.
You know what? That's not a bad foul, because South Central was finally getting out in transition. They had numbers, and Georgia just keeping in front. That's not a bad foul at all.
And with just over 11 minutes total of game time left, that's her third foul, so not a massive concern for Coach Bays and the Cougars. But given the nature of the ball game tonight, the physical play, I always kind of got to say that should be something worth noting, that she does have 3. Mid-range jumper knocked down by Lily Klein.
And Crestview loves those baseline mid-range jumpers.
That they do, enough to make South Central use another timeout, take one more look at that mid-range. And those are tough, too. You can't count on a bank more often than not from that positioning. But Crestview making it look easy.
Well, not only that, but those are high percentage shots. Wide open, those are the shots that you need to make in a game like this. You can't waste any open opportunities. And so far, Crestview, the looks that they have gotten that are open, they have been able to hit. It's just the presence inside. When South Central's been able to set up in the paint, they've been forcing things. If they keep getting those open looks, it's going to be, the pace is going to be flipped on their side.
So 30-27 here in the third quarter. just a little bit of ways from 7 o'clock. Hayden Gray, Travis Berardi with you here from Crestview High School.
A little dinner time basketball this evening. Hopefully you all have power. I heard some people in Shelby do not right now because of the storms.
Yeah, I know you saw it flicker here. I didn't catch it, but of course I don't have my glasses on tonight, so we'll see. Officials with the great eyesight, though. That one going the way of the Cougars.
Yeah, I kind of jumped, was a little worried when I saw the lights flicker. I talked to athletic director Tim Kuhn before the game, and he said, do you guys lose power a lot with wind? He said, oh, no, we'll be fine. So jinxed himself a little bit there. But we're good, I think. I think we're good. Good thing our cars got washed.
Yeah, true. Too much on the layup. Officials are saying jump ball. Possession stays with the Lady Trojans. Take a look one more time. Great fight there out of Tori Kidney. Just a 5'5" freshman guard. A lot of minutes for her tonight. It's stripped away. One-on-one fast break, and Aumend loses control.
That was a great defensive play by Klein. Got the positioning around the offensive player without fouling, got the strip, however, given right back.
Williams. Bit of contact with with Kidney. It's obvious that they don't really have that one person looking to command things offensively, so Beverly will put up a shot. Staying with the Lady Trojans, but as we talked about, South Central kind of looking like a different team offensively right now. Needs someone to step up and kind of take control.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job on Williams other than those 2 buckets that she had. South Central trying to look for somebody else to get the offense going.
So Crestview with the chance now to tie this one up via 3, but hasn't been the go-to shot tonight. And the foul will be called inside.
They're going to get bailed out, too.
From Kaylee Ingram. That'll be her 3rd foul.
Belcher wasn't looking for the ball there. And Ingram still just went into the back of her and bailed her out. She would have kept her ground. That's probably a turnover and a run out the other way.
So Emily Lamoreaux will take her place for the Lady Trojans. Kind of bailed out again. Nice job by Spoer on the heads-up play to corral the pass. Shot a bit rushed, though, from Belcher.
Yeah, rushed it just a little bit.
But again, that Crestview defense just doesn't allow you to nonchalantly take it across the court. Grace Lamoreaux gets a hand on it, but it'll be staying with the Cougars.
Yeah, it's that original trap, right as South Central gets across the timeline. They're going to the corner. That is one of the spots you do not want to go as you cross half court because it allows that trap to get right at you, and that's where Crestview's been getting those turnovers.
Shot too strong. Aumend, the last to touch it. Defensive-minded 3rd quarter. Crestview doing a nice job, though. 5 field goals so far in the 3rd. Lamoreaux puts up the bank shot. That breaks what I'm not sure how long of a streak it's been since they've gone scoreless. And you can see our fan zone now joining the action.
What's up, boss?
Drop some comments in there. Didn't have time to read the full thing. I'll get it on the 2nd time around as Belcher puts down the bucket. Oh, watching from a jetway in Houston. Thanks for filling my delay. Oh, we hope your delay doesn't last much longer, Mr. Skoronsky.
I think the weather's clearing through Cleveland, but it's the wind that's going to probably be a factor for him tonight.
Triple no good. Offensive rebound, though. Bit of a wild transition along the baseline.
Clean block, apparently.
I think it kind of took the Lady Trojans by surprise. Aumend couldn't finish the layup, though, so we're heading back the other way. Williams launches a triple, falls short. Couple seconds left, but that one got to stay low, and that'll wrap up quarter number 3. We got a good one brewing here at the Cougars Den. 32-29, South Central leads. Fourth quarter coming up next, live and free on the OH Report.
I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Hit him with it, Hayden.
It is money time at the Cougars Den. Fourth quarter just getting started here from Crestview High School. Action-packed, high emotions, and we've got a 3-point ball game here with 8 minutes to go.
I had to say it with ski watching, Hayden.
I know. I don't know if I do it justice, but hey, money time nonetheless.
That's a walk.
And Beverly took too many steps there. Try and count them up. Just one of those where you're moving so quick.
Yep.
Stutter
hit
step
the brakes
got
in
you.
Time.
But big key tonight. That's a 22nd turnover for the Lady Trojans. Crestview not too much better with 19. But it's going to be who can hit more shots here in the final frame. So Lamoreaux's off and running. There's a bit of dispute about that last little sequence at the end of the quarter. Definitely has attention high on how they're calling things here in the final quarter. Open three for the younger Lamoreaux, no good.
And that time, yeah, a little bit of body in there. McAvoy, you see that little push, and she's using her body to try and push into Rogers instead of just, going straight up, and that's what warranted the call.
Yeah, and Rogers listed at 5'9", McAvoy listed at 6'4". Not too ashamed to admit that that's a whole inch and a half taller than myself. So definitely a little bit of a mismatch in the paint tonight.
I don't know if Aumend did that on purpose, but she was trapped, threw it off of the defender into the backcourt, and that allows her to regroup.
Talk about the effort and passion displayed by Aumend on that transition. Going to be heading to the free throw line, gets the strip, and then battles the contact. Trav, I know you'll get this since you are K-Mat, Trav, but someone that reminds me so much of the similarities in their game was Abigail Hardwick last night. I kind of talked about it last night. You can just tell with those kind of athletes, when you look at their face, they just play so much with that face of a warrior.
The focus, the determination, yeah.
First free throw not down, back to a 2-point game.
Now, I was looking at the comments. Abby, I did not see a comment from Abby tonight. What's the wife doing, Hayden? She's usually watching our stuff.
I don't know, but she should be watching Emma Aumend.
She needs to be watching Emma Aumend take this game over.
The Cougar claws have been brought out and one opportunity in Crestview with their first chance to take the lead since the first quarter. One free throw on the way. And it's not down. Crestview now holds on to a 1-point lead. 6.5 left to play.
Emma buckets here in the fourth.
South Central continues to struggle in the second half. 23rd turnover of the evening. Quick shot from Spoers, no good. She had that great second quarter from the field. Beverly able to control the wild pass and draws the foul. That time will be going against Paige Rogers.
That's a great take right at the defender. Didn't allow her to get set.
South Central not too bad of a free throw shooting team. First one's knocked down by Beverly. She had a really big first half, first quarter to be more specific. Someone they lean on offensively. Second one on the way, and now we're going to get to that part of the game where we change leads almost every few possessions. 1 point lead now for the Trojans.
I believe that's only the third lead change of the night.
Quick shot from a couple feet out. Spoer too short.
Yeah, she's missed her last three after making her first three.
But again, the Cougars make it so difficult to get that ball across midcourt. Williams navigates her way, though. Nice ball fake. Puts up the layup with contact. Almost got it to fall.
I don't know how she was able to get that shot off.
And you take one more look at the Scout Construction replay. And she's a girl, too, that can go on some big runs. Saw her do that at the Wayne Roller. This is the first free throw, though.
8 of 11 tonight from the charity stripe.
Second, doesn't get the friendly roll, but Lamoreaux battled hard, but will commit the foul.
Both teams now will be in the bonus the rest of the way, Hayden.
And that's Grace's fourth foul. So with 5.5 left to play, she'll have to be careful. Williams on Aumend. And they're switching. What a post move from Emma. That one was pretty. Fourth lead change of the night.
I was about to say, Hummerchauser was wide open on the other side, but Emma said, "Nah, I got this. I got this," with the nice little hook.
Beverly puts up a shot. Kind of another one of those good no calls from the officials. They've been letting them play physical all night.
Absolutely. She forced that. She didn't even get into the defender. Good no call.
And the first triple of the night comes from freshman Tori Kidney. Timeout. South Central needs a full timeout to talk this one over.
Big old fist bump from head coach Amy Bays as well as her team comes back over with the lead. Largest of the night for the Lady Cougars at 4 points.
So Kidney, the freshman guard, knocks down the first triple from either side tonight. And I've just felt so out of my element tonight because the last few games that I've personally been at, we've seen some crazy performances. Just a few nights ago, A.J. Hall of Cardington on the boys' side knocks down 6 in 1 quarter.
I had a center that hasn't taken many shots outside the paint, hit a bank 3 to force overtime last night. You had a 3 to give Cardington a 2-game lead in the KMAC.
Denise Nicole, go Crestview girls.
Adam, our friend, was here to see back-to-back threes to give Crestview their 13th consecutive victory, a school record. I mean, where else do you get to see excitement like that? Nowhere else here in North Central Ohio do you get to see excitement like that.
Yeah, this gym, just a few nights ago, as you mentioned, absolutely packed to the brim, and a lot of happy fans went home that night for the Cougars, looking to go home victorious tonight as well.
Yeah, that was just a heavyweight battle between two very good teams, two very good coaches.
Beverly Lawn, too, didn't touch the rim, staying with South Central.
It was good to see Andy Jardy get back here on the call for once as well.
It was great to hear Jardy's voice on the call again.
And those puns.
Beverly missed the triple. But absolutely, you know, can't be with us as much as we'd like for good reason. You know, someone's got to cover the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I guess the man for the job's Andy. But great look inside. Electricity filling the building now. Now if it flickers, Travis, just because of the decibels from the crowd.
Great job by Aumend also to see the open spot, run right to the hole, and get the pass. I think she's a candidate for MVP.
Definitely up there, and obviously this game far from being decided, but as we progress our way through the fourth quarter, anyone watching tonight, drop your recommendations or who you think has earned our player of the game. That interview taking place at the conclusion of the ball game.
Yeah, I'd say Williams for South Central right now and Emma for Crestview. But a lot can happen in 3:30.
And that is exactly what we have left. The give me foul goes against Kaylee Ingram. That'll be her fourth foul. 7th team foul.
Kidney fouled her in the spleen. I was thinking all night that's the best I could do.
First free throw is knocked down, and hey, I mean, we just talked about Andy, which makes you think about puns, so
sorry,
I'll give you one.
Thank you for making that free throw to make me feel a little bit better.
Second on the way. And knocked down, so strong performance from the line continues. South
Just
Central.
Like that, 8-point lead for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, the Lady Trojans going to have to make the most of these final 3 minutes if they want to try and get back into this ball game. Beverly continues to fire away, and the bank's open for Kendall.
When you need it most, got to go to the ATM.
So their first triple of the night. Coach Amy Bays would like a timeout. Take one more look at that three-pointer that just came from Beverly. And it looked like it was going to veer off left as some of the previous had, but got the bank shot to fall.
Just went through the Sutton Bank ATM. Got a little withdrawal, 3 points.
Absolutely. 2:57 left in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at the South Central huddle. Obviously, some important discussion going on inside of that one as they have got to find a way to get back. I'm trying to think back, Travis, what was the largest deficit up to for the Cougars tonight?
I want to say 12. 12 or 14.
Sounds about right. Play resumes after the timeout. Crestview's got to get it in. They will. South Central lurking in that zone defense. Kind of shifting more to man-to-man now. But the inside opens up. And too strong by Kidney on the layup.
It's a 26-12 run in the second half for Crestview. Make it 14, 26-14, but completely different team here in the second half as now they try to hold off this run by South Central.
It's a good look from Lamoreaux, keeping the Trojans in the game. Crestview would probably like to use a little bit more of the clock on these possessions. Got to make sure you're rotating the ball, though, in these scenarios.
Yeah, if they're not going to play within 3 feet of you, you can stand and hold the ball, but just stay away from that 5-second count.
And again, the second layup missed now. Possession stays with Crestview, though. Angela Williams going to come back in for South Central.
Great effort by Tori Kidney there to get her offensive rebound to keep possession with the Lady Cougars with 1:50 left.
Got to expect to see a little bit more intensity on the inbounds now from South Central. Time starting to get away from them. Williams, defensive threat at all times. You know, that length cuts off the passing lane, so Crestview got to be smart with the rock.
Great job by Emma Aumend. Instead of taking it to the hole, passes it back out, runs more time off as we approach 90 seconds, Hayden.
And Klein, too, she had some space, but passed up on the field goal. But again, looks like it's paying off as time continues to tick on South Central's chances of getting back into the game. Foul will be called now. That one will go against Kendall Beverly, and I believe that will be her second.
Now we're to the point of the game. Crestview, hit your free throws. You're going to come out with sole possession of third place in the conference.
7 of 9 from the line so far tonight. First one's knocked down and good. Back to a 5-point game. Not quite at the stage where you can say that was the dagger, but as each second goes by, getting a little bit closer.
Yeah. Needs to make this to make it a full 2-possession game. Drains it. Still a chance, though. It's only a 6-point game. 2 threes. Evens it up. This is exactly the situation we saw last night with Northmore East Knox.
South Central's got the shooters, but they won't have a chance to display it. Critical turnover. Crestview will take back possession. You got to expect a foul. Not immediately, but, a little bit of a trap, try and force a steal.
Now this really switches the situation because say South Central did hit that 3 there to make it a 3-point game, they could foul, and it's still a 1-and-1. Now you're probably going to have to foul here, and even if they do miss and you hit a 3, Crestview's going to come back down and get 2 chances at a free throw.
And I'm not sure South Central wanted the fouls early as they did. Coach a little bit confused.
Yeah, they could have waited at least till Crestview crossed the timeline, maybe get a 10-second call and save that foul.
And Kidney, 3 of 3 from her last couple trips to the line. And I tell you what, that's a lot of pressure. She certainly looks like she knows how to knock down these free throws a little bit better than your and I's form the other day at practice.
Got better as the night went on, though, the afternoon, morning, whatever it was.
So the second one misses. Lamoreaux straight down to Strone, but the door's still open. Ingram will be headed to the free throw line.
The one thing that you do not need to do if you're Crestview is allow South Central to get free points with the clock stopped.
Absolutely. Trojans 8 of 12. Looking to make it 9. 6-point game, just under 60 seconds to play. Second shot, no good, but an offensive rebound by Lamoreaux. And a jump ball called. South Central gets bailed out with the possession arrow, though.
Yeah, that was a big rebound. They still have They still have a couple timeouts left. Possession arrow changes, but now they do have a chance to cut this to 1 possession.
Lamoreaux trying to work it inside. Great defense from Aumend. Hands up, no foul. Williams can't get it to fall. And a full timeout by Amy Bays. Nice decision to use it there. Crestview was looking at a tough journey trying to get it across court.
That was great defense by Crestview. They couldn't get those 2 rebounds. However, they stayed right in the face of South Central, forced a couple tough shots. They get the rebound.
38.4 left on the clock. Crestview holding on to a 5-point lead, and the Crestview Cougars have clawed their way back from a 12-point deficit tonight.
Yeah, a completely different team here in the second half. They played like the team that we're used to in the last few years tonight.
Now, while we have a chance, let's take a look at what we have on the boys' side the rest of the week. Like you mentioned back on Tuesday, that Madison-Crestview game, but 3 live streams coming up for you tomorrow night. Danville at Fredericktown, Centerburg at East Knox, and Northmore at Cardington. 3 pretty big KMAC matchups. I'll let you break them down, Travis.
And remember, you and I had the game at Danville, Fredericktown. Fredericktown needed a late run to pull away from that one. And you know the people in North Bloomfield Township as well as Centerburg will be watching that game because
definitely.
Fredericktown slips up before their games against Northmore and Centerburg. It really changes the complexion of the conference. Now, both those teams need to take care of business as well. I'll be on the call. You and I will be down at Cardington for that Northmore-Cardington game, and then we'll have the East Knox-Centerburg game as well. But, yeah, that's a big one, especially against a Fredericktown team that lost a tough one at Colonel Crawford last night.
Yeah, I saw that was just, what, a 3-point loss?
It was a 7-point game. However, I heard Colonel Crawford had a big lead in the second half, kind of took their foot off the gas, and Fredericktown, that's a team that never quits, fought themselves back and lost by 7.
So foul on Emily Lamoreaux with 35 seconds left. Free throw misses altogether on that one. Door still open for South Central. And Kidney's free throw short, but Aumend with the offensive rebound.
They get a foul.
And they've burnt about 10 seconds and counting. Lamoreaux fouls, but wow. Nearly 10, I think about 8 seconds ran off the clock there thanks to Aumend's offensive rebound, and now she heads to the line.
And that's even worse, taking those 8 seconds off, because even if she makes 1 or 2, it's still a 2-possession game.
Nothing but net on the first, so there's your 2-possession. And, I mean, it makes things tough here, too, because if she misses, if you're South Central, you got to run it all the way down the court, too. She will miss, but another offensive rebound. Kidney collects it, gets it to McFarland, and again, Lamoreaux has to foul.
Kidney returning the favor. The last time she missed the second free throw, and it was Aumend that got the rebound. This time, Torrey returns the favor, and we'll get more free throws for the Lady Cougars.
McFarland misses, so
the door's still open a little bit.
Now 11 of 18 from the line. Not the time for a breakdown at the free throw line by Crestview, but if they continue to get these offensive boards, South Central's got to get their hands on the ball. 7-point gain now.
And you don't have to play too much up in your face defense here. Just keep your offensive player in front of you.
South Central Williams will heave up a shot. Lamoreaux offensive rebound. Gets a 2 to fall timeout, but all the way down to just 6.6 seconds remaining, 5-point game. Take a look at that last bucket on our Scout Construction replay.
And if I'm head coach Amy Bays, honestly, I tell the inbounder, chuck it into the front court. Just throw it as deep as you can. You're up 4. All you have to do is just avoid a foul on any type of shot, and that should run out the clock because you don't have to inbounds if South Central's out of timeouts. I don't know if South Central's out of any timeouts.
But while we are in this timeout, I want to thank the sponsors who have brought you tonight's action live and free. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. Scout Construction, with more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more info at 419-989-7240. And Frito Lay, we are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Thank you to our generous sponsors for being a part of tonight's broadcast.
And if you happened to watch that Frito Lay commercial, did you see who one of the main characters in it was? The bus.
I forget.
Jerome Bettis.
I see a lot of those. I kind of forget which one you were referencing.
Hall of Famer, one of the greatest. Well, not greatest, but one of the great running backs in the NFL.
South Central's going to need something monumentally great to happen, but they will accept defeat, and Crestview keeps their streak of wins over South Central alive, make it win number 12 as the Cougars are victorious 47-42. Don't go anywhere, though. Coming up next is our MVP interview, and then we'll break down some final stats for you live and free right here on the OH Report.
playoff time, baby. Games, snacks, drinks. I mean, what else can you ask for, bro? Really?
Hey, pass me a Pepsi.
I mean, can you drink any louder?
That's how I drink.
Loud like that?
I drink loud. I like to enjoy it.
Toss me some Lays.
Could you eat any louder?
It's normal to eat loud. Drinking loud makes no sense. Hayden, Eli, road trip to the Super Bowl. Hard pass. Playoffs are on. You're paying for that door, by the way. I got a bus. The bus has got a bus. Let's go.
Can we go see the bus?
What up, Eli?
Mr. Cruz, I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too, man. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
We're not going. I'm going to get more chips and drinks. Do not leave this room.
I got you. I got you.
Whoa.
Super Bowl, here we go.
Are you kidding me?
Technically, I didn't leave the room.
I'm calling Mom. After I finish these chips.
How much longer? You drive weird.
Bus, are we there yet?
No.
Hey, Bus, we gotta pull over for some more chips and drinks.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
Bradshaw?
Hey guys, got room for one more? Got Doritos? Got Mountain Dew.
What, do we really want to bring him? It might start to feel crowded. I mean, maybe if he had a little...
Oh, please don't.
You know,
Don't say it.
salsa.
I love me some salsa.
All right, I got an idea. We got one seat left, and it's special just for you.
Let's do it. This is like a convertible, except a whole lot better.
Good for you, you're happy and healthy, not me. If you ever cared to ask, good for you, you're doing good. I know without me, baby, God, I wish that I could do that.
I lost my mind like spent the night crying on the floor.
It does kind of open things up a little bit.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to Olivesburg for our post-game show. While Hayden awaits our MVP down on the court, let's go over some housekeeping things tonight as the Lady Cougars fight back to get win number 7 on the season, number 6 in the conference as we take a look at the final stats. 47-42 the final. Both teams 16 made field goals. However, the Lady Cougars won 3 and they controlled the free throw line in the second half. I said at the half, South Central, really controlling the pace because they had a margin on the foul shots. But Crestview flipped the script in the second half. They finished 12 of 19. 3 more made free throws and 1 3, and there's your 4-point advantage. South Central with their height advantage out rebounds Crestview by 10. Turnovers, well, Crestview, they're a team that will turn you over defensively and cause 25 turnovers. 19-14 were the fouls. Crestview pulls off the victory to sweep South Central this season. but we're going to take a break. When we come back, Hayden Gray will have our MVP right after this. You're watching Girls High School Hoops live and free right here on the OH Report.
But enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon, soon. Knew as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, I don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Time now for our player of the game, brought to you tonight by Scout Construction. And if you can hear it, folks, we got a full gym applauding for you, Emma, our player of the game tonight. 13 points for you and what was a fantastic comeback. Just kind of walk me through the effort of your team to really turn things around in the second half and just look like a completely new team.
You know, we came out really, really slow. Only scoring 4 points in the first quarter definitely put us at a bad spot. But we're a second half team, and going into the locker room, we knew that we had to pick up our defense, and get a run on them.
You can tell that you really provide that spark, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Just walk me through the team this year, obviously a bit younger roster-wise than last year, but you can see the same passion and effort level. What's it like being someone that, you know, the rest of your teammates look up to?
I mean, I love all of these girls. They're all so cute and sweet. But I mean, even like when I have a bad practice, they're just there like picking me up, and we just try to motivate each other and have energy in the gym. Oh man, that was bad, I'm sorry.
With the win, you now take sole possession of third place in the Firelands. Obviously, the last 3 years you've been the victor. You never say never. Some things could happen the rest of the way, but if you aren't able to win the Firelands, what still makes this team dangerous in the postseason?
Oh, you know, I think that one of the things is because we're so young, we do probably get like overlooked a little bit, and oh man, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I think that's gonna help us in the postseason.
All right, well, finally, I'll give you a chance now. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to that might not already be here with all the eyes that are on us?
Yeah, sure. My two little cousins and my aunt and uncle want a shout out. So this is shout out to Joe, Hattie, Lou, and Belle.
All right, well, one last time, Emma Aumend, your Scout Construction Player of the Game. Congratulations.
I'm so sorry, I dropped the ball now.
That's fine. Whole gym going nuts for Miss Emma Aumend. We'll take a break, be right back to wrap up the broadcast right here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
to our post-game show brought to you tonight by the OH Report here at Crestview High School. And check out the boots.
Hayden, do you leave your shoes down at center court?
You know, I don't know if I could pull those off, Trav, but
those are awesome.
Miss Emma Aumend certainly can. I think she told me that those were sported at prom, too. So the boots,
nice.
The sparkling touch to tonight's victory for Crestview. What a performance.
Now, don't get us wrong, folks. I know some people, you know, if it's their after the last game or whatever, they put their shoes down at half court or whatever. She's not done.
Yeah,
she's far from done because this squad, you know, 7 wins, 6 wins in conference.
Yeah.
They have some unfinished business, not only in the conference this year, but maybe a run in the tournament in D3.
Yeah, what a great job. And, you know, all of her apologies during the interview. She absolutely nailed it. What an excellent athlete and fine young lady here in the area. So great to talk to her and catch her and something going on at mid-court, some festivities. I'm not sure what we're – oh, we're taking a picture with the boots. Okay. I got caught off track. And now you can see it live and free right here on the OH Report, too. But that'll wrap up kind of a wild night here from Crestview. But let's take a look at what's coming up for both teams in just a moment. As you take a look.
We want to get a picture, too.
We absolutely do. And now we'll take a quick look. What's coming up next for both teams. South Central will visit Western Reserve on the 21st of January. And for the Lady Cougars, they will be at Monroeville on January 21st as well. Tomorrow night, like we said, Trav, big night for K-Mac Trav and the K-Mac. Danville at Fredericktown, Centerburg at East Knox, and Northmore at Cardington.
Yeah, it's always fun with the K-Maction. Love the K-Mac. K-Mac loves us. Why not give you all 3 boys conference games tomorrow evening, live and free right here on the OH Report.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. That'll conclude tonight's live stream here from Crestview High School, where the Lady Cougars claw their way back to a big win over South Central. Would like to thank everyone here a part of things with me tonight. Travis Berardi on color commentary and Big League Berardi on the camera. Adam Thompson, director and producer. Sutton Bank, Scout Construction, and Frito Lay. Tonight's sponsors, would like to thank all of them, and also would like to thank Mr. Kuhn in the athletic department here at Crestview High School for having us a part of the festivities. But that'll wrap it up from Olivesburg. For Travis Berardi, I'm Hayden Gray saying so long, stay safe out there tonight, and we'll see you on more live streams near you tomorrow night. You've been watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report, powered by BS Media Productions, the future of local sports.